Welcome back. Today is January 2nd now. I think
Yep.
it might be the first for some
Well,
of you.
January 2nd for you.
Yeah.
First for those of us in America.
Alright, well, this will be the first game of the year then. So, hopefully it goes well, but no promises.
Oh, we've already come up with a plan.
Sure.
We're probably gonna lose, but
Oh, most likely. I'm not wasting my main character on this. I'm not wasting Onslaught.
Last we left off, our party was once again at another sort of loss to some sort. Um, there wasn't much gained from it, but we began to help the elves nearby, and one person was injured. We got one kill, and that was it. But the party had to retreat after that. So the past few expeditions have been going poorly, unfortunately. From what you might have remembered in the past, we established a base called Wolf Den to the southeast of the original base, Shoreline. Wolf Den was lost recently; it was abandoned. The cannibals overtook it, so it's still out there, but we don't know its current status. Last time we were there, the cannibals came through and they raided and pillaged. Those who were there actually evacuated before the raiding and pillaging could begin, so there weren't too many casualties. Um, let's see, today, to start out, we should go over, of course, game preparation first, and then from there we'll discuss any plans you might have. So, we'll start with Alpha. Do you want to continue as Sarah, or do you want to play a different character?
She was wounded, so I don't know if she's still recovering.
Oh wait, you're right. Let's see. Last time she was here, she was stabbed in the gut or something, shot in the gut.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the elves took her in and healed her.
Yeah, so that injury, let me see if how long it would take to heal.
Excuse me.
It says it takes maybe so the one, yeah, if it's stabbed gut. Alright, fortunately, I don't think any internal organs were injured, so it says it might take a week, I think. A couple weeks.
Okay. That's fine. I can repair through it. See here. My tablet is charging, so I'm gonna use the dice roller real quick.
Alright, yeah,
Okay,
we'll say
I got this one whenever you're
it'll take
ready.
a week, so I'm gonna annotate that real quick.
Yep.
She was stabbed December 7th, so she'll recover in 7 days, so December 14th. So,
Okay.
let's see.
Hey, it's my birthday.
Gut, wound. Today's your birthday?
No, today's not my birthday, but
Oh.
December 14th is my actual birthday.
I see. Happy belated birthday then. A little late.
Thanks.
Gut wound until 14. December. You're 10. Alright, so you're playing a different character today. You said you're gonna roll a new one, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
11,
Okay.
16, 13, 13, 7, and 12.
Alright, thank you. What class?
I will go Can I do an elf with this one?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I will do an elf.
Alright, 1d6 for hit points.
I got 4 hit points, but I think I have a -1 because of 7 charisma or con.
Yeah. Alright, roll
So I got
3d6 for money.
hit point. Hit money. I got 10.
Alright, we'll be spending 8 for your spellbook. Do you want a random spell or a Dungeon Master chosen spell?
Let's do Dungeon Master chosen.
Alright, you have sleep then, and 2 remaining coppers. So what else would you like with your last 2 coppers?
Can I do? Let's see. Where are the items? Let's do. Where's it? Where's the price? Let's do a javelin.
Okay. And what name would you like?
Let's do Arthur.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, Ethan, it's your turn. Do you wanna continue as Kraketh?
I'm rolling up a new character. No, I'm not continuous.
Okay, go ahead and start rolling.
Yep. First roll, 8. Second roll, 8. Third roll, 16. Fifth roll, no, not fifth roll. Fourth roll, 13. Fifth roll, 11. And 13 for Christmas.
Alright, money and class as well, and hit points.
Yep.
Sorry, I kind of jumped the
Roll.
gun there.
I'm going to be playing a thief.
Alright, D4.
We roll D4. 1 health.
Damn. You get hit once, you dead.
Yeah.
Let me roll money. 9.
Alright, besides lockpicks, what else would you like?
How much does the lockpick cost me again?
3 coppers.
So that leaves me 4?
6.
No, 6. Get me a dagger.
Alright, you have 2
A
left.
sheath. And a sling.
Okay. And what name would you like?
I do randomly generated. So on the second chart,
Number 1?
yeah, it's a 1. A. No wait, it's Lou.
Low? Yeah.
Oh, low.
52.
On the second chart again, 52.
Alright, you're LORO. Alright,
LORO.
LORO.
That
It's like an Italian sounding name.
Yes.
that kind of sounds like a child's nickname. LORO.
Okay, DM, can I get an invite to the thing? So, because the dice roll in the server confuses me.
Yeah, of course. I posted it in the chat.
Okay. Okay. So much. so much dirt.
Alright, go ahead and roll one. Ready. Or do you want to continue as
Okay.
Omswall?
I'm making a new guy because I don't want to lose Omswall.
Okay, let Omswall have a break. Sure.
Okay, what am I rolling again?
3d6 for each score, 6 times total.
Okay. 14.
A good start. Wow,
18.
that's rare.
12. 10. 18.
Very, very rare.
And 10.
Alright,
I could be any class I want.
you could.
Okay, but I am gonna go thief.
Very well.
Crazy thief.
Go ahead and roll 1d4 for hit points.
1d4. Where the 4 at? There it is. Come on, give me some. It's 3. Let's go.
Alright, you also get a +3 bonus from your constitution. So, 6.
So I have 6.
Now, you are allowed to adjust your scores in accordance with the rules. So that means certain scores can be decreased by 2 points to raise your prime requisite by 1 point if you want to increase your dexterity, which is the main ability thieves need. Would you like to do that, or do you want to keep your scores the same?
Do y'all think I should do that?
Do you?
What's my dex right now?
10. And if you want a bonus, you want to have 13 at least.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
So you need to remove a total of 6 points to get a +3 bonus. Do you want to take these points from strength, intelligence, or wisdom? You only can go, you can't go lower than a 9 for any of these. So you could take if
Okay,
you
what
want.
is
Oh, go ahead.
what is my highest one? What's my highest one?
Intelligence. If you don't care too much about intelligence, I would recommend taking 4 points from intelligence. That way you still have a +1 bonus. And taking 2 points from wisdom. There'll still be a +0 bonus.
Okay, I'll do that.
Alright, that way you still have a benefit from intelligence,
Yeah.
really. And you still have the same adjustment from wisdom. Let's see. Alright,
I've known 3 languages.
so now you're going to roll 3d6 for money.
Okay. Give me something good. 8.
And if you want lockpicks, they cost 3, so you're down to 5. And what
Okay,
other
how
gear?
many does a dagger cost?
4. That includes a sheath.
Okay, I'm gonna get a dagger. And you said a lockpick costs 3?
Yep, so you have 1 left.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll get a lockpick as well.
Yep, you have it, but you have 1 copper left. Would you like to spend it?
No thank you.
Okay. And what name would you like?
Random.
Alright, go ahead and roll 1d100 and 1d6.
41.
Oh, 38 on 3. Okay. So the d6 determines the category, or the chart we use, chart 1 or 2. The other one determines the actual
Okay.
syllable, so 38. So you got D-E,
Okay.
or D-R-E so far.
Dre.
Yep.
Okay, and
Tree.
I think this got 4 for my d6.
9 for the percentile, so Mick. So you're DREMICH.
Dronic, I like that name for this thief.
Alright, so that should be all the preparation we need to cover. I don't think anyone here has any retainers to hire, or
Nope.
is interested in hiring on extra men. So
We're going to suicide mission. That's what we're doing.
Oh yeah, well, trust me, we came up with a plan before you came in here.
very well. All right. So I'll hear about it in a bit, but go ahead and take your first break. When you come back, we'll start playing.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
All right. So, you had some legendary roll sandwich. That is crazy.
I did.
Things.
Dude, I always have so far. For Ohm's Roll, the only one that wasn't in double digits was my dad's.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had okay rolls. Not the greatest, but I had okay rolls.
Not as good as mine, no offense.
Mm-hmm. But dexterity is pretty good. So what we're gonna do, I don't know what Alpha's gonna do, but me and you are gonna sneak into the trench, and we just
decimate some goblins.
Yeah,
I feel like actually no, we
I'll
could
be
take
ready
Alpha.
to cast sleep, and I'll throw a javelin if
I was
needed.
about to say
Okay.
Alpha could use his javelin and some sleep. But honestly, with sleep, you're probably gonna have to get pretty close.
Now what he could do is like just wait outside, like of the trench, and if we need to run away, we can run away while he sleeps the goblins that try to attack
the
us.
goblins, the goobers.
Yeah, because if the goblins chase us out, that's if we make it out. So. Unless you want to come down with us, Alpha. But this is going to be purely stealth.
So many of us got captured. Like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people got captured by the cannibals. Jesus.
Yeah, they're probably dead now.
Either that or eaten.
The same thing. But that means my I get one of the. Once I get some actual good fighter stats, I'm gonna make the heir of Elcom. Because he's gonna start with 50 coppers, and that's gonna be great. Also, these guys gotta be rich too. They must have money because if they have mail. Hold on, let me look. Because they have mail armor, which costs a gold piece. Which they might get like smaller ones, which might only cost 50 copper, but that's a lot. That's a lot of money. They're rich. So, but they are going to be very hard to hit. Anyways, because they have a the one we encountered had a heavy helm. It had mail, and it starts with an AC of 7, I think. It's just very hard to hit. Goblin. AC is 6, so 6 minus 4. Yeah, they have an armor class of 2, which is armor class 2. So we would need a 17 to hit. They have 17 armor class. No, wait, no. We need a, 17. Let's go over plan quickly because we have 13 seconds. Me sandwich, sneak into trench while Alpha covers us if need be.
All right. Welcome back, gentlemen. So the break is over, and it looks like we're all here. Alpha, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So
Alpha did say he's still going to be playing and working at the same time, I think.
Yeah, I'm just doing flooring at my mom's house in Bacon. But I'm here.
all right, sounds good. All right, to begin, we'll go over background information and then we'll set the scene so that you guys can discuss your plans and take action. So today it's currently December 8th, year 10. Just yesterday, we had some men come back from the southern territories of the Elflands, where unfortunately there's an ongoing turf war on the trees. Goblins are venturing into the elven lands to cut down their trees. So we did send a team out there to help out with that, and they were not terribly successful. So today, of course, we're gathered with only a small team. 3 men have gathered here at the Shoreline base camp: Arthur, E1 of House Alpha, LORO, T1 of House Ethan, and DREMICH, T1 of House Sandwich. So all of you are brand new recruits and are about to set out soon. Naturally, at the Shoreline base, to set the scene here, it's a cold winter day here, and they're not very much better than many other settlements in the area. Shoreline base camp, from last we knew, it's being managed by Mitchson, the fighter, along with some of his men. This was updated last December 3rd of year 10. It was a small camp which consisted of a campfire, stout path for wood. Over time it has grown to some extent. Settlers came through, merchants and such. But over the past few days or week, the idea is that many things could have occurred over those few days, and they did their best to sustain themselves, but they had one major issue, one foreign issue besides the turkeys on their land. And that was, of course, pirates. Pirates often would, or recently, visit their small forming settlement and begin raiding and pillaging, right? During those assaults, the main thing they wanted was survival. So most of them would abandon the village or the base, and everything would be raided and plundered. The settlers, of course, would have a lot of issues with this. The adventurers failed to defend the territory for the most part. Mitchson's lands were pillaged and raided, and settlers are not doing much better at all. Merchants are starting to refuse to visit this small base due to its insecurities, right, or its lack of security. So it's got a lot of issues right now. You're at the Shoreline base camp. You're refugees from Wolfden, right, or a lot of people are. Your characters are new arrivals. You might be from Wolfden, one of the settlers that have changed occupations to adventurers. Or you might be from across the sea looking for a new land to settle, right, because you're homeless and have nothing to your name. You're free men, though, at the very least. So Shoreline base camp has a lot of issues. You can see that the camp needs help, the settlers need help, merchants need help, and the main threat are the ongoing pirates that are, of course, living nearby, actually. So they believe that the pirates have decided to take refuge along the northern coast. So if you want to visit their camp, because even the pirates need a place to eat and sleep and settle. So these pirates are living out there, and they have visited the shoreline base a few times to collect their pay, right, or their due taxes, forcibly or of course peacefully if the settlement's willing. But now the settlement has little to eat, so there's famine, there's disease, there's wounded, right? There's all sorts of trouble here. Now, of course, you can continue to help out the foreign territories if you want, like last time. It seems their plans are to help the elves. But if you don't help yourself, you won't have a base to go back to. So now you're at Shoreline Base, you're new arrivals, and there's no like permanent food source here. Plus, your characters have no relations with the elves, right? You're 3 new characters. So, what do you guys think? You want to help out with the base, or do you want to go off and help the elves as your kin did?
Do we want to go suicide against the pirates? Or do we want to go suicide against the goblins?
Either way, it's a suicide mission.
Yep, I say goblins.
Yeah, because goblins will have more chance of money.
Well, no, pirates also have money, and they probably have guns.
Yeah,
too.
but we have a better chance against the goblins.
Not really.
Just slightly, like 0.1%. And also, let's be honest, they're probably clustered together, and your sleep will probably be more effective against a clustered group. Because trust me, whenever I killed a turkey as Ohmswall, I tried casting blind on as many as I can, and I pretty much fucked it up for us all, and we only managed to kill 3 turkeys.
Yeah. So it's...
I mean, I'm good with either, or we can go goblins or pirates, so you guys can choose.
Let's be honest, the pirates probably have more health.
That is true.
Yes, but
I say
also
goblins.
might-
I say goblins, because
But
the
also-
pirates might have guns too.
Yeah,
Are
I
they-
forget guns.
Are they Vikings?
Yeah, they're sea raiders, right? They came from the sea, so technically
Sea
they're
raiders.
Vikings.
So yeah, they probably have guns.
Yeah, they probably have guns.
I say goblins.
Alright, looks like it's goblins.
We gonna go to the goblins.
Alright, very well. So your men decide to set out south then, right? Or is there a different course of travel you want to take from the base?
We're heading...
South?
Mm-hmm.
DREMICH, Arthur, are you on board?
Yeah.
DREMICH?
I'm on board.
Very well. Reason I ask is because naturally you all have to choose your own actions, right? So you can agree
Yeah.
with someone, but that someone can be represented or can be representing you as your leader. But yeah, to play the game, everyone needs to make a choice. You're traveling south at this point through the woods, and you're leaving the base, of course. During your travels, of course, you might, of course, come across monsters, maybe animals, maybe something else. But how far south do you plan to travel, or for how long do you plan to march?
And say for now, maybe to the outpost.
All right, we'll start with traveling toward the outpost. So, about 3 miles south through the woods. Your rate of movement is, due to, of course, the difficult terrain, 1.5 miles per hour. So it should take you 2 hours to get to the mapped out outpost on the map. Alright, so
Yeah.
through our own territories, we'll check for any encounters. Alright. No unexpected encounters during your march. The first hour of your march, you did come across signs of turkeys. Would you be interested in pursuing turkeys?
Not now.
Okay. It's a cold winter day in December. There's a wind chill, but nothing too dangerous. You continue marching south through the woods. Now you're entering the elven territories, right? So, or the elf territories. Moving south through their lands for the next hour. No random encounters with monsters. No signs of animals. And there's a chance to encounter the elves on your way to the outpost. Alright, you made contact with no elves during your march through their lands until you got toward the outpost. That's an automatic encounter. Let's see.
Okay.
So, we are not surprised. They are not surprised. The first signs of the outpost, we'll say, are going to be visual. Okay, so you see through the woods, you start to see wooden structures built on the trees, connected by rope and wooden bridges, right? So, this is spotted at the distance of, we'll go with 20 yards. So, at 60 feet, as you are moving through the woods, you spot your first, or the first sign of an outpost out here, which is a tree with a sort of overhang lookout post built high up. It's kind of built like almost like a cone, right? Whereas the wider side of the cone is upwards and the lower side is downwards, right? And there are maybe arrow slits in there at every few feet there's an arrow slit. So it's a wooden outpost built on this tree, and then you can see a ladder extending from it, connecting it to another larger structure further south. But this is the northernmost lookout post. There could be someone in there. You spot this from 60 feet. Do you want to continue through this area or something else?
Yeah, continue through.
Right. So, at the distance of, we'll say, 4 yards, so 12 feet is when you hear a voice from up in that outpost. It speaks in a different language from yours, but if anyone would like, they can understand it, or if they're an elf, they would understand what they're saying. So Arthur understands.
Okay, I'm elf, so I would understand.
Alright.
Yeah.
And you hear a voice call out from you, or call out to you from the tree at, again, 4 yards. So you're 4 yards north of the tree, or the lookout post, and someone's in there and says, "Halt there! State your names and your business in these woods."
My name is Arthur, and these are my companions, and we're here to help with the goblin infestation.
How are you trying to help with the goblin infestation? Are you here to fight?
Yes, we're here to see what we can do to assist with that.
Do you have any coral here at the outpost, or are you passing through?
Tell them.
We're passing
Tell
through, right?
Yeah, just tell them we're passing through. This is just. We're passing by just here as a landmark to help us.
We're passing through. We were told by some of our injured compatriots that they had interacted with you guys a few days ago and engaged goblins to the south
The guard nods. Says,
of your location.
"Very well. Please allow me to notify the others. Then you may pass through safely and unharmed." After a few moments, you can see him. He kind of gives a signal. He steps out of his post, gives a signal to the other trees, and then you're allowed through this part of the woods.
Yep, perfect.
Right. So now you can continue past the outpost and southward, unless you want to try a different course. You want to go straight south into the woods, or continue?
We're the great health, but carefully moving.
All right, careful.
Yeah, careful so we can get the drop on them.
So past the outpost, you'll be in crouch movement at half speed. So instead of 1.5 miles, roughly 0.75 miles now through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose you're moving until you make contact with the enemy.
Trench. Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. So during your first approach, the first hour, it's the first quarter, or first quarter grid, so about 0.75 miles out. Let's see. No random encounters with monsters or animals. Oh wait, maybe some small animals. Would you be interested in hunting some small animals on your way south?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Your group is considered hungry at the moment. You haven't had any breakfast. You have a -1 penalty due to hunger. Is this all right?
Maybe we should hunt. Yeah.
You haven't had anything to eat yet. You've been marching for the past few hours, right?
Yeah, maybe we should
Yeah.
get some.
What? Yeah.
Do you want to stop and hunt and then cook and eat?
Go. Stop and hunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out here in the woods, you spot a few rabbits. Let's see. We'll go with a D3. Remember appearing. 2 rabbits, and we're not surprised. They're not surprised. So you don't actually see them. You see their tracks. So would you like to track them down, follow their footprints?
Sure.
Alright, the footprints head one, two, three, four. They head straight south in the same direction you're moving. So you'll close the distance. So you start moving after the tracks, and therefore so at first you were maybe 20 yards out from the actual location of these rabbits, so they're fresh tracks. And then you don't actually see the rabbits until you're about 4 yards out, maybe. So you're crouch moving, you're sneaking, and at 12 feet you finally come across signs of the rabbits, and it will be a burrow. So you came across a rabbit burrow here in the middle of the woods. You can lay a trap, you could try to draw them out, but they're underground, naturally. So the tracks lead to a rabbit hole. How would
What's
you like?
the move, Ethan?
You can wait them out. You can set up a trap. You could try to draw them out. Those are some ideas. Otherwise, how would you like to proceed?
Might be, since we don't have anything to actually draw them out, trap them or anything, I think it might be best is just wait for them to come out.
Okay.
That might be our best idea.
I agree.
Alright, so you'll just wait here. It's currently 11 o'clock, by the way, so you're about to miss out on lunch, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
We can try to draw them out, see if we can have the next 4 hours. If we can gather like some berries or some shit, see if we can find some bark or something, draw them out.
do you want to?
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any because in the winter there's some vegetation that's able to survive. So I'm gonna see if there's any vegetation around.
Sure. So Arthur began to search for any kind of vegetation or fruits, berries or nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's foraging now. As he goes on to forage, do you guys want to help, or do you guys want to both keep your eyes on the rabbit hole or something else?
I say, DREMICH, you keep an eye on the rabbit hole while I collect some bark.
Okay, Loro's
Yeah,
collecting
I was
bark.
gonna say that.
Alright, and DREMICH, you agree? You were going to say that as well. So DREMICH, you're staying here at the rabbit hole, and the other two are going out to forage. So, depending on how long or how much you want, will determine what you get from this. So, Arthur, you're going out to forage. Is there a set duration you want to forage for, or is there a set amount you want to forage for? How many berries or how much vegetation are you searching for?
I want to search for like a handful, nothing too crazy, so we can
Okay.
draw them out.
So, as Arthur goes on to search for at least a handful of berries and nuts, Loro, how much bark do you want? And are you peeling this from the trees, or are you looking for bark on the ground?
I'm looking for any young trees, like younger trees
Okay, sure.
for bark.
So, starting with Alpha, Arthur is able to, of course, begin his search, and we'll say that. Let's see. Because typically, 1 in 6 chance of finding food. Typically, a man can find about maybe 3 pounds of food after an 8-hour search. So, in this case, you're spending, or you just want a handful, so maybe 0.1 pounds, which will take 0.8 hours, which is about 40 minutes of searching to get 0.3 pounds of food. Or if you want 0.1, it's just going to take 20 minutes. So 20 minutes of searching or foraging will get you a handful of nuts and berries at the very least in these woods. So
That works.
yep, you're working now, you're busy foraging, and the cost is 20 minutes of your time. And as you're foraging, Loro, you want it to find some saplings to extract bark from. Saplings are plentiful in these
Yes.
woods, so it does not take you very long at all to find a sapling. And then, do you want to just peel the bark off with your hands, or do you have a knife?
I do have a dagger.
Alright, well, that will speed the process up then. So you quickly rip off some bark. How much bark do you want, though? We'll go by
Let's
size of the bark. So you want like to peel off like just like a strip that's like, imagine you find a sapling. So length will definitely be, well, definitely could be up to how tall the tree is, and width is dependent on how wide the tree is, right? Or the circumference of the tree.
let's get smaller strips so
Shave off some
the rabbits
strips.
will have an easier time
Okay.
to eat.
So maybe just a handful of strips of bark strips.
Yeah, handful of small bark strips.
Alright. This doesn't take you very long at all, naturally. I would say it takes you about a minute to complete this task. So you get done pretty quick, and then from there, you can regroup with DREMICH and lay the bait and watch the hole with him. Or is there anything else you plan to do? Arthur will be busy foraging. So
yeah, I'm completely fine with doing that. Set up bait
okay.
and rejoin. So I'm just watching the hole.
Alright, sounds good. So the two of you watch the hole. Let's see if anything happens during that time that you watch the hole. So The chances are super, super small, but there is a chance. It's gonna be basically so at this time. So it's gonna be at this exact, or you're searching for 10 minutes only. So you're waiting for up to 20 minutes actually. So alright, so basically one of these D6s has to be a 1 or a 2. The other one has to be a 1, and the D8 has to be a 1 as well. So it's a super slim chance. The D8 represents that the rabbits come out at this particular hour, and the one of the D6 represents that they will actually take such an action to be encountered, 1 in 6 chance, and the other one, the 2 in 6 one, is they're coming out at these exact 2 turns during that hour. So the chances are super slim, naturally, for just 20 minutes of waiting. Alright, well, I mean, it was close, but yeah, they didn't come out after 20 minutes, naturally, as realistically as it would be, right? So the rabbits stay in their hole or do their thing if they're even there.
And I have to go check something real quick. I will be right back.
Sure. Arthur finishes collecting the bark, or no, the nuts and berries after 20 minutes, so it's currently roughly 11:20. At that point, he can lay the bait if he'd like, or something else. So what's our next move? You want to continue waiting here? DREMICH seems to be ready to keep waiting.
Yeah.
I will lay the bait.
Alright, Arthur lays the bait, and from there, do you want to wait them out, or something else?
I'm gonna see if we can wait them out, see if they take it.
Okay, LORO.
You had to do something very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
he had to do. I think.
Alright,
Yeah.
it's all good. So, let's see if anything occurs in the next 10 minutes. Or how long do you plan to wait?
Let's say until this hour is up.
Okay, so you'll spend an hour. So that increases the chances
Yeah.
quite a bit. So now, because there's bait laid, I'm going to say that from a 1 it goes to a 2 and 6. And then in this particular hour as well. So both of these have, the D6 has to be a 1 or a 2 for a possible encounter with these rabbits, and the D8 has to be a 1, representing that it's at this particular hour they are encountered during this day of technically hunting, right? Alright, so that represents that an hour went by, you're pretty hungry, but the rabbits were not encountered. At least signs of them are, but their physical beings are not encountered yet through this particular rabbit hole. Maybe they
Okay,
smell
I
you,
will eat
right?
those berries then if they're not there.
Successful.
Okay.
No, it might just be the. It's a good idea to harvest berries.
You can leave it here,
You
maybe,
can try
and
smoking them out. If you have bark, you can smoke them out.
smoke them out. Yeah.
If they're there.
But we don't have torches, or we don't have tinder boxes.
You don't need it in your box. You can do it old school.
Okay.
Yep. Might take about 10 minutes to start a fire without a tinderbox. Tinderbox will make it almost instant, right? About a minute, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, yeah, do you guys want to build a fire and try to smoke them out?
Yeah.
Bear in mind, smoke rises upwards, so you might scare them from one side of the hole, but they might just go to a different side, right? It doesn't smoke and heat doesn't travel into the hole usually, unless like because it needs oxygen to breathe the fire, right? It needs a way to escape. And if there's another side of the hole, maybe another airway or something, you can kind of trap the fire on one side and the smoke will rise through the other side, and maybe you might be able to smoke them out. It depends if you can find the other sides, but you know, you can give it a shot though. You want to still give it a try? Try to at least scare them
Yeah,
from one side of the hole.
Yeah, try to scare them out of the hole. It's better than.
Okay, better than just waiting around.
Yeah, better than just waiting around actually doing something.
Alright, so let's say together the three of you will gather some wood first, some materials to start crafting a fire. And if you work together, it won't take very long. One of you can keep an eye on the hole if you want, while the other two forage for the materials. Okay.
I keep an eye out.
So, naturally, you're not trying to. Or how much, or how big of a fire do you want to build? One to last an hour? One to last a few minutes? One to last 10 minutes? Because depending on how big of a fire you want, or how long you want it to last, will determine how long you have to go out to collect materials.
That's gonna be up to DREMICH and Arthur and DREMICH because I'm looking out. That's up to you guys.
We could do like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15-minute, good. But I do have an idea of something we could do. Do we have any like excess fabric or something that we could do?
No.
Because I was gonna say we could, after we put the fire in there, we could put like, I don't know, a piece of clothing or something over the opening, and like they would run into it and use it as like a bag or something.
Well, like a net.
Yeah, like a net.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to rip up your own clothing. Nah.
I mean, I don't need pants, do I?
Yes, you do.
Ah, damn. Oh yeah, it's the middle of winter.
Yeah, that's what I like. Damn, what are you doing? Yeah. So we just.
15 minutes should be good. I mean,
Right.
you could. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. So.
So, for materials, you're out in the woods. Wood is pretty plentiful. Naturally, with the tool, you can collect a lot more wood faster, but there's still plenty of wood on the ground, right? Twigs and branches, bark, maybe even a few dead trees. But for surely enough for a firewood.
Has it rained recently?
It has snowed recently, so there's a light blanket of snow.
So, yeah, so a lot of the wood on the ground is going to be wet and not going to be good for fires, so we're going to want to get wood directly from trees.
Okay, break off
Yeah.
branches
And
and such.
Like,
I have
grab
a knife,
bark.
so.
Alright, you can cut off, twigs and branches from smaller trees with a knife. Okay, so let's get to work. Yeah, Laura has an iron dagger, so it should be sharp enough to slice off some twigs and branches. DREMICH has one too, looks like, yeah. So, you both go out to collect wood, and then Arthur, you want to stay here and watch the hole, or something else?
Yeah, I'll watch the whole this time. And I'll
Yeah,
have my dad now.
Alright, given that they only want enough wood for 15 minutes, I would say it does not take them very long to collect enough wood for 15 minutes. First, they need kindling, right, the fire starting wood and materials, and then they'll need, of course, firewood, fuel for the small fire, right? So one of you will go out and focus on getting firewood, while the other one gets a fire starting kit built, right? So the fire starting kit, depending on what method you want to build a fire, will determine what materials you want. But if you're going to go with like the twig and bark method to create kind of like a tinder, right? Or not tinder, but to get what's it called, the dust that would ignite, right, from friction.
Yeah, sawdust.
So yeah, if you were to do that, the friction method, like a branch and a piece of wood, like bark, and spin that together, that those materials would take you maybe a minute to gather, right? Because you would gather kindling, like flammable material such as bark and shrubberies or whatever, dry grass. You would need a twig or some branches. You would need an actual hard piece of bark or log or something to create that dust. You can get that burning. And once you get that lit, so your task won't take long to find the materials, but actually the process of making the fire will take you 10 minutes on average. And then of course, for DREMICH, you'll go out to just collect wood then. So you'll just get twigs and branches to actually fuel the fire. So if you do that for DREMICH, your task can get done pretty quick if you only want a fire to last 10 minutes. Because I would say a minute of foraging is enough to last 10 minutes of fire. Because 10 minutes of fire will last an hour. So, or 10 minutes of firewood will last, or searching for firewood will get you enough wood to last an hour. So, a pound of firewood lasts 10 minutes. So 10, or I think 1 pound will last 1 hour. Yeah, and a pound of wood for a small fire at least will last an hour. So depending on how large of a fire you want to, but you guys are just building a small one. So. All right. Yep. So in that case, DREMICH doesn't take long to collect enough fuel. LORO doesn't take long to collect enough a lot of materials. So for the most part, DREMICH would help you actually make the fire, which will speed up the process. Instead of 10 minutes, it should take you about 5 instead, if DREMICH helps. So together, you guys build a fire, and we'll say in total it takes you about 10 minutes to accomplish this task. We can also roll to see if the rabbits were encountered during that time. Again, the chances are extremely slim, but yeah, rabbits are not encountered during that time naturally, or any sign of them, any new signs of them. The fire is built, and you've got it burning. You put it in the hole carefully, right? Transport the fire into the hole. And with that, the smoke rises, of course, up into the sky from the hole. Naturally, smoke will take the most direct path to... The hole is not very large. It's only large enough for, like, your fist to go through. Right? Or...
So can we cover the hole?
You could, and that will force the smoke to go elsewhere, right? So that was kind of the plan.
Yeah.
So you'll cover the hole with a piece of bark, or what would you like to cover it with? A rock?
Yeah, let's do a rock.
Alright. Now, it might just kill the fire if the smoke or the fire doesn't get enough oxygen quick enough, right?
Oh, yeah. Would it be better to just use our hands? Because we could cover it with our fists.
You could kind of use your hands, but the fire would just kind of continue to, or the smoke and the fire will just continue to rise into your hands and into the sky. I don't think your hands are strong enough and large enough to cover it in a way where the smoke will escape the other side. I can see it kind of just burning your hands and seeping out of your hands.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do a rock.
A rock will definitely cover this hole if it's wide enough and large enough. Which will automatically force the smoke to escape elsewhere, but will probably kill the fire too, deprive it of oxygen or enough oxygen to continue burning. So it will probably work for a short time though, if that makes sense. Okay, so.
Well, there gotta be oxygen down there for the bunnies to be able to breathe, so.
Yeah. The two of you, or all of you, just kind of look around for a large enough rock for a moment, then carry it over and put it over the hole, and hope that there's a encounter then. And we'll say at this point, there's a 1/6 chance that we encounter the rabbits now from this position, or at least nearby. Still no signs. They might be still in there or long gone, right? After you've been hanging
Yeah.
out around here for the past, 30 minutes or so. So.
Food, the hardest part. I should have been thinking about that.
Yeah, the hunger, you've missed breakfast now, and you've missed lunch. I've read that the main thing you get from not eating, besides not being able to heal, is naturally fatigue, right? Starvation. Uh, but will to adventure will play into role, and if you don't eat enough food, you can't sustain the current hit points you're at. So your hit points, if you don't eat for a long time, can be permanently damaged. Because the main rule that it has in here is when you don't eat, you lose hit points. So hit points are your will to keep fighting. So, and then of course, I'm not gonna say that you'll, because 7 days without food, your body starts to shut down and weaken, of course. But you can technically last longer than 7 days. It depends on your body size and mass, right? On average, every character is 160 pounds, and of course, their hit points reflect how tough they are, right? How much they can endure. So, besides losing weight, you'll lose a lot of their will to keep fighting, which is your hit points. And of course, if you drop to 0 hit points, or run out of hit points, then I might say that your maximum hit points could be affected too. You will get level drained. You will start to lose hit points and constitution, right? Because that's the main thing it affects when you don't eat, your overall physical health, right? So.
Yeah. I think might be best to do if we could go up to those turkeys to see how they're doing.
Check out the turkey, see if you can hunt one down.
I'm back at the fucking turkeys.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go to turkeys, bro. We need something to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Alright, so traveling back north. Also in this time, we'll check for any other encounters with either the elves or even possibly hostiles like the goblins. They're not in these areas typically, and it's currently day. So the elves is a 1 in 6 chance to encounter. And for the goblins, it's a super low chance, but if this is both
We
a
just
1.
completely abandoned going for the goblins.
Right. No signs of elves or goblins during the past hour. You begin your travels back.
We need to figure out food.
Alright.
Yeah.
We'll take a small break.
We'll have to go to goblins for the next session.
In real life. So take a 5-minute break. This will represent you traveling, I suppose. You can also go over your plans if you want.
Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to hunt goblins. Next.
It's always. Why do I only get to hunt turkeys, man?
Oh, because unfortunately, you can't. It's getting hard. This is the difficulty. It's gonna be the difficulty now. So we go back up. Hell, if we have kill a turkey, eat some turkeys. How about we go to the salt vein cave, see if there's any monsters we can hunt in there. We should have thought this out a lot better.
I just want some food, man.
It never goes right.
Well, I forgot. I didn't think it would take that long to get to the. I'm pretty sure none of us are technically. How much is everyone weigh? I'm curious.
I'm a light footman, bro.
Yeah. A javelin weighs 3 pounds, so 15 plus 18, and a book. You don't have a spell book and a javelin, right?
Yep. That's all I have.
Shit, nah, we should be moving at normal speed. We're not even considered light footmen. We're lighter than that. Because we have to go over 20 pounds. A helmet is... what, 10 pounds? Yeah, helmet's 10 pounds, your clothes is 5 pounds. Hold it together. With your javelin spellbook, that's a total of 4 pounds altogether. That means you're at 19. A dagger weighs 1 pound. The sheath 1 pound. The pouch is 1 pound. And the sling is 1 pound. So I have 4 pounds. I'm also at 19. And DREMICH is lighter than me. Yeah, we should be moving at normal rate. Bring up to the master when he comes back.
Remember though, earlier you did the Dungeon Master that you wanted to go. That's why we were moving less.
Alright. Gentlemen, the break is over. So let's continue from where we last left off, which was at the outpost.
I do have one question.
On your way back. What's up?
Are we moving at normal speed? Because I think we're all moving at where our company's all within normal and not light.
Maybe.
'Cause I think Arthur's 19 pounds. I'm pretty sure I'm 19 pounds, and well, DREMICH has less than I, so he's lighter than me. So.
Yeah, you guys might be light footmen, so 3 miles an hour. So in that case, in this slightly difficult terrain, it's 2 miles an hour then. But if you're doing careful movement, it'll be 1 mile an hour. So, are you carefully making your way back to the outpost or to Shoreline?
No,
Or just
we're going up to the turkeys.
Yeah, the turkeys. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, you start returning back to the woods around the Shoreline base, and I'd say that's about 3 miles out. So it'll take your group roughly an hour and a half to get there. Alright, your march begins an hour and a half later. We'll check for encounters. Start with the first hour in the woods, the elf woods. No encounters. You do come across the outpost again, and there are no issues there. You're welcome to freely pass through.
Yeah.
And then back into the shoreline territories. No other encounters, and you'll come across turkeys or signs of turkeys not too long after arrival, right? So you move through the woods, you search for signs of turkeys, right? Looking through the snow, looking through the dirt, feathers, right? You came across signs of them at this point, and given the signs, let's see how recent they were. You found footprints in the snow as you moved through the woods and observed for any signs of turkeys in the surrounding area. Came across their tracks, maybe some feathers, and they should be close now. Maybe you're 190 yards out from their most recent position.
Let's stealth.
Yeah, careful approach.
Yep, careful approach.
Careful approach.
Alright. It has been some time since we last saw the turkeys. So there are some changes. It's been maybe a couple weeks, and we'll say after a couple weeks or so, maybe one of the tiny turkeys. It's only been a couple weeks, so 0.1% at the bare minimum, or 1% of the turkeys might have grown after just a couple weeks. So it's 27 tiny turkeys in this flock, and 3 small turkeys now. Alright, so yeah, you move after the turkeys, you eventually find the flock, and you spot them at the position of 20 yards out, so at 60 feet in the woods. You are carefully approaching, and you make contact with them, right, or you spot them. So you find the turkeys. They're hanging out along they're just hanging out along a hillside where there's like some pond water. It's like kind of almost frozen over. They're just chilling there, resting, right? Some of them are eating bark, but there's like a bunch of smaller ones everywhere, staying close to the larger ones, which are just small turkeys, right? So they're not very well grown yet.
Yeah.
These wild
I'm gonna-
turkeys.
I'm gonna tap Arthur or Elf, like, cast sleep on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast sleep on these fucking turkeys.
Okay, yeah, most of them are baby turkeys.
Yeah, we'd have to get all of them for each of us to get at least a decent meal.
Yeah.
So you cast sleep on the turkeys. Naturally, from the ones you spot, and are willing to put to sleep, the weakest are targeted first. So let's see. All right. Go ahead and roll 2d8 to see how many you affect, Arthur. We'll see the reaction to a few of their fellow turkeys going to bed. Positive reaction.
They go to bed too?
Possibly. It's daytime though.
Oh.
So they react, somewhat friendly to what just happened.
Friendly.
Yeah. Hey, Alpha, roll 2d8. For your sleep.
Yeah, we gotta see how many turkeys you put to sleep.
You're muted if you don't know. I'm fine waiting for
He's
him.
AFK, yeah.
Yeah,
guess,
he's probably laying some tile real quick.
Arthur's going through his spell book and making sure that he will cast it correctly. Maybe he forgot to memorize his spell this morning.
I've already got a decent idea of how I'm gonna dispatch of these fuckers.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I think I'm gonna integrate it into each of the characters that I make, that they all just hate turkeys with a passion. I swear, if each of my sessions that I do, I end up having to kill turkeys, I'm gonna go insane. I have only done 2 sessions now, and each of them I have ended up having to kill turkeys.
Darn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. I didn't think it was going to take us actually that long to get all the way down there, but
Honestly, I wanted to do multiple sessions, but this always happens. I always get tired because the sessions take so fucking long.
well, they're only 3 hours. That's not bad.
Yeah, but still. And most of that has just been me sitting on my phone watching TikToks waiting for my turns.
Well, hey, oh, you have to engage in stuff. If
Yeah,
you
I
need
know.
to do stuff. Also, turns don't that long. I don't know what you're talking about. Turkeys. Like the one
Do
thing.
you?
Yeah, the one thing about my favorite about old school is how fast it goes. It doesn't.
Yeah, it does go by really fast, but I also just have a really low battery for this kind of stuff, if that makes sense.
Low battery. Yeah. Makes sense. How it is. We will have to Alpha. You there now?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Roll 2d8.
2d8. Okay, sorry.
To see how many you put to sleep. Please give us a high number, please.
5.
All right. And
So does that
of the turkeys you see, were you trying to target all of them, or did you want to specify which ones you target?
I want to specify the fatter, juicier looking ones.
All right, and if possible, go for the smaller ones.
Yeah.
How many smaller ones were you targeting when you casted your sleep spell? Because you gotta pick your
Two
targets
small
before you even
ones.
cast. You were
Yeah,
hoping to go for
if
2?
there's 3, like if there's 3 big ones, I'll do 3 big ones and 2 little ones. If not, then I'll do like all whatever big ones there are, and then the rest in little.
Okay. Yeah. So there's 27 baby turkeys, and then there's 3 small turkeys, right? Somewhat more grown. So they're all
Okay,
affected.
so we'll do the 3
Those.
small turkeys and then 2 babies.
Yep. All right. I'll make a saving throw. So starting with the small ones, they all fail, and for the babies, 1 passed. So one of the babies shakes off the spell, while the other 4 turkeys are put to sleep, and the turkeys react friendly toward the situation. So they are friendly and helpful toward what just happened. So they see that their fellow turkeys have fallen asleep. They're friendly toward them, and they kind of just like let them sleep. Yeah, they just like, oh, get some rest, bro. And continue doing their thing. So now that 4 turkeys were put to sleep, and the rest of the turkeys continue to do their own thing, and don't mind that their fellow turkeys went to sleep. You're still 60 feet away from the closest turkeys. What do you want to do from here?
Alright. DREMICH, come with me. We're going to kidnap some of those sleeping turkeys.
Alright, you guys want to sneak up?
Yeah.
And then I'll get as close as I can so I can
Yeah.
one of the ones that's awake.
Yeah. We have 2 thieves here.
Are we all
gonna sneak up
sneaking
on them
toward
while-
them at the same time? Because it sounds like Arthur wants to move up there too.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just moving within range so I can throw my javelin.
Okay,
You would decimate the turkeys. You would destroy them.
so Arthur, are you
Yeah.
moving at the same time as the thieves, or are you gonna wait till they're done moving before you move?
I'll wait till they're done moving because I don't want to scare nothing off.
Alright, so you'll let them close in. And thieves, are you trying to close the distance into melee combat, or how far do you want, or how close do you want to get? You're 60 feet from them.
We are going to be sneaking to where the ones that fell asleep.
Okay,
The
so sneak
small
up to the
thieves.
sleeping ones. And it might scare off the awake ones, but that doesn't matter, I suppose, right?
Those don't matter much.
The only ones that are still awake, by the way, are all babies. So they're just kind of chilling. Even though all the supervisors or their guardians are asleep, right? The babies are just chilling, like they're just doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're making movement toward them. You both are sneaking, crouch movement. These have a better chance at sneaking than any other class. So now we're gonna roll to see if they hear you, right? So first we'll start with if they're surprised as a group. In this case, with your sneaking, obviously there's a 2 in 6 chance that they're not surprised. So a very high chance that they are. So I roll 1 or 2, they are not surprised. Okay. Anything else means they are surprised. These baby turkeys. So and you're sneaking as a
Damn
group.
it.
So that's a pass. I said 1 or 2, they are not
Oh, good.
surprised. So that means if I rolled a 3 through 6, they are surprised, right? That means they don't notice you. And you guys sneak together, so I just rolled once. So as a group of thieves, your movement was unheard, right? You're able to close in with the move up to the turkeys, and the turkeys are all among each other. So if you do take action against the sleeping ones, the babies will automatically notice you at that point. So you've snuck up to them as close as possible, to the point where you can literally grab a turkey, right? So if you grab at a turkey, though, all the babies will realize you're there, right? Possibly. You can try to like swipe it, maybe, if you're fast enough. But
Yeah. Let's
So
kill.
if you guys swipe a male and a female turkey, we can breed them and have infinite
Yeah.
turkeys from.
Well,
Fair.
Forrest will come and take our shit.
all right, so
Right, you're not here.
there are 3
It's-
small turkeys and 1 baby turkey that's asleep, and the other ones are just chilling, like they're just like sitting around, like standing. They might be even looking at you, and they don't realize they're looking at you. That's how close you are. Right?
Jesus. Alright, so let's take 2 turkeys then. I
Right.
think there's only 2 of us.
How do you want to grab them? Just grab them normally? You want to aggressively? You want to try to sneakily grab? How do you want to grab? Because depending on how you grab determines how they might react. The ones that are awake.
Let me just kill the 2. Like, just take our daggers and just instantly kill them.
Just going for the kill
Fine. Yeah.
on the
Fine
sleeping ones? Okay.
Dremic.
Dremic? If you guys communicate your by the way, you're whispering, or you're talking in front of the turkeys, so they can react to that.
Okay, so I guess just sneakily grab a turkey.
Okay, so as Dremic is sneakily grabbing turkey, Laurel, do you actually want to ask Dremic what he thinks, or do you want to just go for the kill?
I'm just going to go for the kill. Make sure to cure it. At least 1 turkey.
Okay, so you kind of turn to Dremic for a moment, about to say something, but before you can, you see Dremic already swiping up a turkey. Dremic, you sneakily grabbed one, so by sneaking, I mean that you're like prone basically in the snow, and you like slowly move your hand toward one and pull it toward you, right?
Okay.
And you want to grab one of the bigger turkeys or the baby?
The bigger.
Okay, so you slowly grab onto it and pull it toward you, and as you're doing that, Laurel just goes straight in for a kill, right? So Laurel, you hold down one of the sleeping turkeys, you stab, and let's see how the babies react. So they're gonna make a morale check, and a failed morale means they flee. Of passing morale, means they can't fight, so they'll just like surrender, right? Or stand there and watch, or freeze up basically, and like maybe peck at you, maybe like chirp at you. So they failed. So all the babies start fleeing into the woods as you guys make contact with them. So as Dremic swipes one up sneakily, as you hold one down and stab it, all the babies start dispersing. These little hatchlings, or they're not fresh hatchlings. They've been around for a few weeks now. Since you last encountered them, they were a lot younger, but now they're a little older, and they just start spreading off into the snow together, right? All right, so you killed 1 turkey, and now there's 1 baby sleeping still, and 2 small turkeys asleep. So you killed 1. Do you want to kill the other 3, or do you want to take them alive?
No.
Oh, nope.
We need 1 alive to be able to take care of the tiny turkeys. We need 1 alive to be able to take care of the tiny turkeys.
So the main thing that the small turkeys do for the tiny ones is try to keep them away from predators, right? Like wake them up and let them know something dangerous is nearby. Fortunately for them,
It'll
there's
be
not a lot
beneficial.
of predators in this area.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then leave them alone and
Alright,
let
so
them
yeah,
grow.
you just kill one and you grab the other three, I guess. Or you
Yeah.
leave one behind. You leave the small turkey behind and wake it up and let it run off.
I think that's a good idea because we
Otherwise, the hatchlings are kind of on their own, right? It's survival of the fittest at that point. But if
we
you
don't
want
want
them,
the survival because we want the survival of the plenty.
yeah, if you want them to grow up big and strong, they need a guardian.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's release one turkey while we kill.
One turkey in. What do you want to do with the baby one that you put asleep? Are you keeping that one? Are you sending it off? Are you killing it? It provides little to no meat, right? Like maybe 1 pound of meat. It feeds one man,
But-
right?
Let's sell it.
Sell it. Okay.
So
Alright.
make that moolah, baby.
So out of all turkeys now, we sent one away. Are we killing two?
Wait.
Yeah, we're killing.
Two. Okay. So you kill two, you send one off, and you capture one baby.
Yeah.
Okay. And there have been little to no changes to their population since you last saw them, right? They've gained no reinforcements, and they didn't really lose anyone over the past couple of weeks. So.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, well, let's cook them up then.
Yeah, you can head back to base where it's safe. You can cook up your food, make a fire, and cook up some food at the shoreline base.
Our plan was that after we cook the turkeys, we see if we can find any monsters in the salt vein cave. So.
All right.
What time is it in game?
In game time, it is 13:40. At the shoreline base, currently, the settlers are in a terrible condition or terrible state here. The merchants, they're not even present, and of course, adventurers are here, and they're struggling to sustain themselves. They're all worried about their own survival. So the few adventurers left in reserves here, their morale is breaking pretty low. Most of them might head off to find new places to venture off. Maybe some will even go to banditry or something. But most of these guys are struggling. There's no real leadership here. Mixon has kind of been out of it, right? He's doing his best to maintain the camp at the very least, but for the most part, every time there's an attack, he just evacuates the people. It's either that or we lose people. Yeah, it's the Vikings, right? So you're at the shoreline base. It's in a terrible state currently. You walk into the camp. At the very least, there's fire to go around and wood to burn, so you can cook your food. And as soon as you enter the camp, though, with your turkeys, the settlers look at you, right? The few settlers look at you with like hoping and needy eyes, right? They're all very hungry. The adventurers, of course, ruled. This is already a rule that's been passed around that turkeys are off limits to anyone and anyone, because that was the rule that was set by Mixon, so that the turkeys can grow. Anyone who hunted them would be punished. It would be considered poaching, right? So you walk in with your turkeys, and you might be considered poachers.
You should just cook them outside the camp.
You want to cook them outside the camp? Okay, so.
Yeah, because.
All right, very well. Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. We can save the intestines, and we can do that to bigger prey. I'm just saying.
So I know you want to sell the baby turkey, but who would you sell it to? Because you can't sell it there; it would be illegal, right? You'd be poachers.
Yeah.
Could we sell it to the elves? Because they're kind of starving.
They're doing all right. They're taking care of themselves. So.
Yeah.
The main food source at the moment for Shoreline is fishing. That's all they're doing. But they're fishing in the winter, and it's a struggle, right? Because it's so cold outside.
Let's cook the baby, huh?
Cook up the baby? All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fresh meat.
Yep, cook it up.
Okay. So, turkeys provide a decent amount, but the small turkey you guys hunted down provides about 3 pounds of meat. The baby provides 1 pound of meat. So that's 4 pounds total. That's enough to feed you guys for today, for just one meal. Naturally, it's not enough to heal you, and it's less than what you need to sustain yourself. So, out of 3 meals a day is what you need to heal.
You said each small turkey is 3 pounds.
The small one's 3 pounds. The tiny one's 1 pound. That's 4 pounds of food total, and you need 3 pounds of food
But
a
then
day.
we get 3 small turkeys on.
No, we release one because one has to stay with the small turkey so they can grow up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was discussed that we killed one turkey, or we killed two. We killed 2 small turkeys. Yeah. So we actually have
we have
6
3,
pounds.
So we killed 2 small, so we have 6. We have 7 pounds of food.
total.
So we're good.
All right, yeah, that will last you. That will feed you for the whole day because there's 3 of you, so you all get to eat a full meal today. A full day's worth of food. Therefore, there's no depreciation in your health. So, naturally, if you don't eat enough in a day, you will start to lose hit points. You'll also get the very least penalty you're gonna get, it's automatic, is the hunger penalty. As long as you're hungry, doesn't matter how long you've been hungry for, you'll get a penalty to attack and damage, right? Like the -1, -2, -3, -4 is max. And then of course, on top of that, if you end the day without eating well or enough, you'll lose hit points. Basically, every day you lose a hit point. If you drop to 0, naturally you're just fatigued so hard that you can't really do anything anymore. You're so hungry, you're just laying on the ground. From that point, you won't die, of course, but you'll lose hit points permanently after that as a permanent injury, right? So until you are just a husk, right? Until you're just a fragile, tiny piece of meat, 1 hit point. So like LORO here. LORO's a very young, tiny thief. He's very skinny and scrawny, right? And doesn't really have a will to fight or not a lot of survivability, right? He's a tiny guy, so doesn't need much to eat, but he still wants to eat. He'll grow. Yeah, he's a growing boy. Let's see. All right, but yeah, today you guys all eat well. Eat like men, right? Your turkey's out in the middle of the woods, and hopefully no one catches you poaching. There is technically a 1 in 6 chance to encounter other people here that are the settlers, right? Because this is their territory, so it's a 1 in 6 chance they might notice you cooking out there in the woods.
They're out there too. They're out there poaching too.
Possibly, yeah, or foraging. All right, yeah. In that hour that you guys had lunch and cooked up a fire and everything, no one decided to come across your camp or encounter or interact with your crew. So you safely enjoyed a delicious turkey meal.
Let's go hunt in the salt vein cave now.
All right.
See if we can...
For the rest of your food, you roasted it over the fire, but if you want, you can smoke it maybe, or you can dry it out. Naturally, the food will last longer since it's cold. So you cooked it, and then if you want it to last more, then you have to either salt it, dry it, or
we have no place to store it.
All right. Oh yeah. For all this extra food,
let's just eat well then.
Eat a hearty meal. You can leave it behind. You guys can leave it at your small camp, a temporary camp. You can come back to it later. Bury it in the snow, and hopefully no one finds it, or no animals, predators find it, like crows and such, or the turkeys.
We don't want to have any predators here, so it probably might be best just to eat it all.
Oh, just eat all the meat at once? Okay.
That's what I'm thinking here, because either we hide it, something's gonna find it.
Yeah.
That might lead predators into our land.
You just eat a huge meal. Everyone will eat 2 pounds of food total. There's 1 pound of meat left. Do you guys does someone want to just carry this around in their hand? It's like a roasted baby turkey.
Can we split this pound between 3 of us?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. Yes, you all eat like 2.33 pounds of meat, turkey meat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so very delicious Thanksgiving, right? You had a hatchling. It was about the size of like 2 hands, and then you had like 2 smaller turkeys, which are like the size of like 2 human heads, right? So or maybe one human head or something, right? So it was a decent amount of meat, so to eat. All right.
Wait. Now
You
we're
finish your
gonna head
meal.
to the salt.
Yeah, travel to the Salt Lake Cave to make some progress. All right,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss, so we'll take a small break.
All right. All right. So, what's the plan? I've never been in the Salt Cave, and I don't think anyone has.
Actually, I believe there have been some people in there, and if I remember correctly, there's like a fungal mushroom or something in there that has poison and could kill us.
Fungal mushroom.
Or something. You'd have to ask DM. I don't fully remember. But
I do see it on the little map, which we all get to see.
I was gonna say we end the day because I'm getting tired and bored of this.
Because you're not into. Because let me tell you, you're on TikTok, aren't you?
Not really. I'm kind of just paying attention now.
Okay. Well, we're going to be doing more stuff. Don't worry.
I know. No, it's not that I'm bored. It's that my battery is basically depleted.
I see. Look, Sonny, I have a very opposite thing with the game. Whenever, even when I have a drain battery, like I'm really tired every time I'm playing, I'm more awake than usual. Still, I'm still technically tired. I just don't feel like it, so I still act dumb. I still act dumb when I'm tired. Yeah, I spent all of last night staying up till like 6. I think it was 5 in the morning waiting for Dungeon Master to start again last night. But it's whatever. After this game, I'm probably gonna go get some food at Subway or something.
All right, I'm back.
I
We're all here.
also do need to like eat dinner soon.
You guys want to wrap it up, or do you want to continue to the cave?
I want to go into the cave. I'm not that hungry yet. I still have time until.
No, I'm trying to see if I can get someone to fill in my spot for me because I kind of am done with D&D for the day.
Are you
But
done with you?
yeah, I was trying to find a nice way to say it
It's all
without
good.
sounding like a dick.
You should have just said you're done with D&D, and that's all right, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
too much of a people pleaser, and I worry about being rude all the time.
Well, you helped us hunt turkey, which is perfectly fine. You did your job today, and we got to eat well.
Yeah, I texted Person to see if he could fill in my slot, but it says he's on, but he's probably busy.
It's all good. All right, so we'll just wrap it up here since you guys got the bare minimum, which is just feeding yourself today. No profits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for playing, gentlemen. I'll see you at the next one, hopefully. Take care. Have a good night.
Yep.
You too.
Sorry, guys.